Hey, how you doing? I'm waiting for some more people to get in here. Yep. Hey, how y'all doing? Waiting to get some more people in. I wanted to talk about the video that I made today about divesting. Yeah. So hopefully, we can get some people in here. We can talk about divesting today and I guess kind of like break down divesting and the different types of it and like my stance on the different types because it was a lot of people talking about it. No, I actually am not live on TikTok right now. I am just live here on YouTube because if I was to go live on TikTok, then I would just have the discussion on TikTok and then just upload that on here later. Okay, so have you guys saw the latest video that I had posted, the scary truth about divesting? If so, that's exactly what I wanted to talk about. Cuz I had to block a couple people and it was weird to me that people were telling me like I can tell from your video that you want black women to choose black men, which is I've said repeatedly, I don't care who black women choose to date or who they choose to be in relationships with or who they choose to marry. The only thing I ever wanted black women to understand is that we need to vet everybody. Like there is no Prince Charming out there. The majority of men are not where they need to be at. The majority of men cannot be trusted. So, since you would be shrinking your pool even more small if you were to realize that the majority of men or have your red flag detector up, that is going to eliminate probably 70-80% of you even choosing anybody of any race or any demographic. So in my opinion, excluding men based on race is stupid because no race is all bad and no race is all good. And shocker, that includes black men as well. Not all black men are terrible. Okay. Is it a small percentage of black men that are decent in my opinion? Absolutely. I'm not going to lie about that. But I'm not going to lie and act like because there was a woman that was on my page that was saying every single black man is bad and black men are irredeemable, young black men, old black men, whatever. And I think that's insane to think that way. Is the collective of black men damaged and broken and that you probably should leave them alone? Absolutely. But to pretend that, you're going to go to white men or other races of men and get a better result is insane to me. The purpose is to vet everybody equally. Everybody equally. And I just think that that's just, weird to me. You know, um just that whole mentality and that whole thinking. And I don't understand the idea of telling, hey, how you doing, cold blooded? Telling black women to stop being mammies, stop being pick me's, to decenter men, to center themselves and put themselves first. Cool to have that thought process and to say that you want to burn the cape and for black men and then turn around and then pick up the cape for white men and then be their mammies is weird. So you don't mind being a mammy as long as he's not black. I don't understand that. You shouldn't want to be a mammy for any man. Being a mammy and a pick me for any man is disturbing and it's I don't understand that. I don't understand why it's acceptable now to be a mammy as long as the man is not black. You shouldn't be a mammy for anybody. I would never advise any woman to be a mammy or any woman to be a pick me. In my opinion, this is something my mom told me years ago, and that men don't even you shouldn't even be extremely nice to men. None of them. Even the ones that you like, you should never be, oh, hi, hi, hi. I don't think that men necessarily even gravitate towards women like that. So if you're being a mammy to Negroes, you definitely shouldn't be a mammy to men that aren't even in your community. Like I don't and I think what it is, in my opinion, is a hard truth for black women to understand or accept, is that there are no saviors for black women. Because I saw a lot of black women in my comments say that, oh, white tea men have built this and that for their women, and they build things and they've done things and they protected their women. And so, first of all, let's just acknowledge some few things, okay? Let's say that white tea men were protectors of white tea women, which they weren't. White tea women have always been hooting and hollering about how those men have been beating the brakes off of them and treating them poorly. But let's just say they were protecting them. Okay, cool. Those are their men in their community. White tea men are never going to collectively protect or defend black women. Period. That's something that you have to accept. As a black woman, you have got to accept that, unfortunately, we have no allies or friends. Unfortunately, we are the only group of women whose men do not collectively protect us as a collective. I'm not saying if you have an individual black man that's good to you, whatever, but collectively, no, black men are not protectors. They not. And it's crazy to say so. They're not. And I think that black women are having difficulty understanding that. You saying, oh, I'm going to go to the white man and he's going to share resources with me, a black woman. Are you nuts? Are you stupid? Are you dumb? No, he's not. He's not. Anything that white tea men have built has been for their own comfort and what they wanted to. Maybe white tea women were able to benefit by default, but white tea men ain't built nothing for white women. And I don't understand this delusion, this obscene delusion with like what's going on. And when all I try to do is tell you the truth of the matter so that you can think of things logically. Do y'all know who Winnie is? She's on TikTok. It's this black woman. She exclusively dates white tea men. And every time I see a post by her, I don't follow her. She's being mistreated and dogged out by a white tea man. But I'm sure that she feels like it's still better than being with a black man. Like, what's the difference? If you're getting treated like dirt, what's the difference in color? I don't understand it. You'd rather be mistreated by a white tea man? Does that make you feel better and more empowered? I don't understand that. The goal is not to be mistreated by anyone. The only reason why I gave equal statistics in a video is for women to understand that no group of men is perfect. No group of men should you be looking up to. No group of men should you be saying that you want them to save you or protect you. None. And if you are still looking for a man, uh, you should equally vet everyone. That's not to say that you can't give white tea men a chance, but all I'm saying is that there's still a risk factor for all of them. That's all I'm saying. Now, and I wanted to address something else. Someone told me, "Oh, well, I can tell you don't like white tea men." I don't have to like white tea men. I think historically what they've done to black people is enough for me to not have to like them if I didn't want to. Okay? I don't particularly trust them, but hey, I don't shame any black woman for choosing them if that's what you want. But I would never lie and say that they would be on my list of choosing. If I was single, I would choose anybody else but them. Any other POC. I would date out for sure. But I think another thing that black women don't understand is that anti-blackness is deeply entrenched in everyone's culture. If you think that you know, if you think that anti-blackness is deeply rooted in black culture, what do you think is rooted in other cultures? I don't understand. I don't understand what type of culture you think is going on in the white tea community, in the Hispanic community, in the Asian community. What you think that these people respect black people? Cuz either, black women say, "Oh, we're discriminated against," Oh, anti-blackness this, misogynoir this, misogyny this. I either that's a real thing or it isn't. I don't understand. Let's see here. Hold on. Let's see here. This Dust Divester says, my white man did protect and love me. RIP. 80% are high quality. Dust Divester. Please don't. Please, I know you gotta be trolling me. You gotta be trolling me. Honestly. First of all, if white men, 80% of white men won't even date a black woman. Statistically, white people are the most race loyal as a collective. That's number one. The majority of white men won't even date a black woman. That's number one, and you have to be real about that. Number two, the ones that will date black women, a lot of black women don't even meet their idea of beauty standards for them to be chosen. So number three, the fact that you would say 80% of white tea men are high quality speaks to a level of insanity that I cannot help you with. If you don't listen to white tea women about the state of the men in their community, then I can't help you. Like 80% of no race of men are good, are high quality. None of them. I don't care what race they are. 80% is high quality. What are you smoking? You gotta be a troll profile. You gotta be a troll profile. And this is exactly what I'm saying. Look, you say don't be a black male worshiper. Don't be a mammy. Don't be a pick me. But then we'll turn around and be a mammy and a pick me for white tea men. Make it make sense. And that's why I really feel like, there are several different types of divestors. There are divestors that say, hey, I'm divesting away from everything that doesn't serve me. Or I'm divesting away from men in general. I'm decentering men. Or men that play with me, they get gone. I respect all of that type of divesting. But the specific type of divestors that put white tea men on a pedestal, y'all are crazy. Like, y'all are literally delusional psychopaths. And I cannot help you. I cannot help you. Raven, that's exactly how I feel if I was single. That's what I would do. I that's what I would do. But I do find it really off-putting the fact that, you would put men on a pedestal, a group of men on a pedestal that would not collectively spit on you if you were on fire. That's insane. What are we talking about? Let me block nothing here. You're gone. You're gone. Oh, okay, that person's already blocked. Great. Okay. One of my mods blocked him. All right. Fantastic. Um, let's see here. It's just like I said, it's crazy to me. And Raven, you mentioned Indian culture having colorism real bad. Exactly. And I wish that people will understand that in all of these other communities that black women talk about divesting to, which once again is not a problem to do so, but there are problems in every culture. Black women are at risk in every culture for something. Like, and I will say that black men have their own unique problems, their own unique issues, their own unique stressors that black women will be dealing, trying to, if you choose to still date black men. I can't lie and say that there aren't specific things that black men do. Absolutely. But there are also specific things these other races of men do as well. And to pretend that all you have to do to be perfect is not have black skin is crazy. Like, I cannot, I would never co-sign that type of illogical thinking. Nobody is all bad. If you think that every single solitary man is bad because he has black skin, there's something wrong with you. If you think that every man is perfect because his skin is pale, you're crazy. That's not, I don't talk to people that don't think logically. Um, uh, like I really don't understand it. I really don't. I am here, and what's crazy is that I understand what you're saying. And most of the women that date interracially that were commenting, they were reasonable. They were just saying that, there are problems with all of them. And that's the only thing I ever say, is that there's problems with all men. But I'm never trying to tell black women that they have to stick with black men. The only thing I would like black women to do is be educated on the fact that there are problems with all men. So you have to vet and check all of them out. Because if you go on into it and you say, hey, this guy isn't black, so everything's going to be okay. This guy isn't black, so he's going to treat me like a queen. This guy is black. This guy isn't black, so he's not going to make me a single mother or a baby mama or hit and quit me. You're crazy if you think that. I don't. It's just crazy. And I feel like right now there are a percentage of black women that want someone to lie to them. And they want them to tell them stories of fantasy stories. And someone that really cares about you is not going to lie to you. Now, if y'all want to go to other platforms that are going to lie to you or, cater to delusion, that's fine. But I can't do it. I can't do it. Or if you want to follow black men that swear they love black women and they care about black women and black women are so amazing and awesome, but then you find out that their wife is YT and that they're really just using black women for content and to make money. I don't see that much pushback on men who make content like that. I see way more pushback for me. And I don't understand that. And it's very hurtful because I'm a black woman and I have to experience everything that y'all do. I don't have an agenda because I'm the same. you know? But to see the idea of black women giving me pushback when I'm only trying to help, but y'all will help and support these black men that don't even like black women is crazy. I don't understand it. It's like literally I cannot fathom it. Let's see here. Her Holiness, you said, is there any hope for women attracting a unicorn? I mean, I can't really say. I just feel like, depending on whether you believe or God or not, if God sees fit for you to have it, you will. And if you feel like you don't need it, then you won't have it. But you can't try to force something that's not meant to be. That's why a lot of women are in bad situations, because of that. Um, but I would just say that making sure that you keep your eyes open on whoever you want to choose and just being very mindful of red flags and really vetting people, like, and I'm talking about to the point to where people may say that you're too picky. I am here. You said many of the BW online who worship WM have never dated one before. I agree with you. I agree with you. I didn't even want to say that because it's so many black women that I talk to on TikTok, I talk to in different places that speak, the super divesting, and they only mean divesting from a lens of being a white man's mammy. And they ain't never had none of them. And I know they haven't. And then, or the other ones that say that they're so perfect, but then they'll be like, oh, my last YT boyfriend, or my last this and that. And it's just like, oh, well, if everything was perfect, why you not married? If everything was perfect, why you not still in a relationship with him then? Since going to them means that everything's going to be fantastic, why are y'all not together? Why are y'all not in a relationship? But I like I said, I just wanted to really just reiterate that I don't have any problems with black women dating out. None. None. I understand for some black women to find love, they are going to have to. They're going to have to date out, and that's fine. Just as long as when you're in the vetting process, you realize that every man is a potential man to play in your face and waste your time. So you need to definitely vet all of them and not exclude anyone based on the color of their skin. Because once you start doing that, then you've lost your mind. Because if someone said all black women do this or that, and I'm going to exclude them based on them being black, people would think that's insane. It would be insane, but yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, I just like I said, let's see here. Let's see here. Miss Key, you said, I feel you. I see so many content creators push the single narrative, divesting child free, but be happily married with kids. Well, sis, that might be because these women regret the choices that they made or the decisions that they made, and they are trying to help other women not to make those same mistakes. You know, they could be saying, hey, go ahead and be child free, divest, and do this and that because so that you don't end up like me. I don't, I don't necessarily think that that may not totally be bad. But me personally, I feel like, wouldn't people think that I'm a hypocrite if I was on here and I said that every single solitary black man was bad and y'all know that I was married to a black man? That wouldn't make y'all feel like I was disingenuous. I I I just prefer to be, balanced and reasonable in the things that I say. And I frankly like I said, I don't know. I don't like this new wave of putting the white T man on the pedestal. I don't like it. Cause I don't see him nowhere putting black women on the pedestal. Nowhere. I don't see it anywhere. I don't see it anywhere. I don't see them doing that as on a whole nowhere. Black women is black women that. Black women is so beautiful. They look so much better than white tea women. They're amazing. They're gorgeous. I love their skin, their hair, and their body, and their this and that. Don't see it. Where they at? Where they at? Nowhere. Yes, and just like Dee said, and a lot of times when they do it, it's to get some money and clout from black women because we all know that if you lie to black women or you sell them a dream, that's when you get the most money ever. You definitely get rewarded financially when you lie to black women. But I still choose not to do it, even though I know that it could be very lucrative for me. It could make me a lot of money. It could probably help me pay for the trip that I want to take to Tokyo with my but I cannot do it. I cannot do it. I refuse to lie. I refuse to lie. I really do. I refuse to lie and I refuse to sell black women a dream because it sounds good and it speaks to the trauma that we all have received moving in this world. I refuse to do it. But I know that right now, if I change my content up and said certain things, I'm not going to say what they are. But if I said certain things, I know that I could blow up overnight. I really could. But I refuse to do it. Let's see here. Let me block this person. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so I mean, I just can't lie. I'm sorry. I can't lie to black women. I can't manipulate y'all. I can't say things that I know that you would like to hear just so that, I can get some money. So that I can I cannot do it. I really can't do it. And sometimes I feel like I'm gonna tell y'all something since it's not that many people here. Sometimes, they say, how they say what is it? Comparison is the thief of joy. Sometimes I see people like on YouTube and TikTok and they blow up or they get a lot more followers than me. and a lot more success than me. And I know that they've been able to successfully monetize themselves and like support themselves and do things. And I see that they have made their lanes by lying to black women and like selling black women dreams and saying things that is just unreasonable and is not true, but because it speaks to black women's trauma and it gives them a scapegoat or a reason for the way things are, that they're able to get money from that and or followers. Sometimes it makes me feel bad inside. It makes me feel like, wow, like I'm doing all this, but people really are like annoyed with what I'm saying. Or like when I posted the video today, like how I lost like a lot of subscribers or whatever. It's like, but other people say things that are clearly insane, that don't make no type of sense. And their platforms keep growing and growing and growing and growing. And sometimes that can be very what's the word, discouraging, because it's like, okay, so you want me to lie, so if I lie, then can my platform blow up like exponentially? Can I be able to like monetize myself? All I gotta do is just lie. Like, but I just, like I said, I just can't do it. I can't do it. And I feel like it is very I just can't do it. And I feel like the consequences that I will receive from God and just from, karmic implications or whatever you may be believing, I just can't do it. I can't do it. And I find that when you're someone like me that tries to be more on the logical side of things, more of a fact-based thing, and not go on some type of extreme crazy side, like I have an extreme take on something that's just completely unreasonable, I feel like people like that, I don't know, I feel like I probably won't go that far because I choose to be reasonable, and to say, hey, I'm sure if I make content and I say, hey, every single black man is absolute trash, I probably could, make some money, or I don't know. I just can't. I can't do it. But I will say this: when I see other people blowing up like almost overnight because they don't have the ethics that I do, sometimes it makes me sometimes it makes me a little sad, or I feel like, will I ever be able to um really, really, really get somewhere? Um, but yeah, I appreciate you, Lornice. I appreciate you, Jazzy. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thanks, Missouri, for coming in. Yeah. KJM, you said you wouldn't mind from hearing from happily married black people, but I know if they try to tell black women they can easily achieve what they have, it's a lie. KJM, I understand that. That's exactly the reason why I don't, because it's a lot of people that will tell me, like, hey, aren't you married? Aren't you happily married? Aren't you happily married to a black man? Then why don't you talk about that? Why don't you help black women to find that? The reason why I don't talk about it is for one major reason, is that I don't believe that the collective of black women can find a black man that's going to do like that, that's going to be like my husband. And that's not me bragging, it's just the truth. He is an unusual man, and he is an outlier, and I would be lying if I tried to package that. So that's another reason why I didn't ever want to make, somebody say, well, why don't you make content where you sell black women classes and say, hey, black woman, I'm going to tell you, this is how you get a man. This is how you get a husband. You got to act like this, and you got to look like this, and you got to wear your hair like this, and you got to be a certain type of weight, and you got to act all feminine and talk in this type of voice. And I refuse to do that as well. Even though there are a lot of black women that make a lot of content and make a lot of money doing that, selling a dream to black women. I saw this one lady, she's very popular on TikTok, selling classes for $1,500 to teach black women how to get them in. And saying that all they have to do is act a certain type of way, which is a lie. I am here. Meeting a decent man is definitely luck or God, depending on what you believe. And that is the truth. There is no rhyme or reason to it. Um, but I just, like I said, I just can't do it. Like there's, I've had discussions with like social media, like coaches and people that will tell me how to potentially grow my following faster. And you know, all of it is rooted in lying and being disingenuous to black women. There are several niche lanes that can make you a lot of money if you're a black woman. It's one, niche one. Hey, all I do is talk about black men all day long in the worst way, call them the worst names and say that every last one of them is bad. And the only way that black women are ever going to be able to do anything positive or get anywhere is by being with white men. There are channels that are exclusive to that dynamic. And there are channels that are exclusive to the dynamic to where you say that all men are bad, every single solitary one of them, 100% of them. There's something wrong with them. If you have sons, there's something wrong with your sons too. Uh, Women are the best. Women are perfect. There's nothing wrong with women. Women don't be doing anything. You have those two channels. You have channels where there are pick me women that say, hey, black woman, the reason why you're upset, the reason why you had trauma, the reason why anything happened to you is because you don't know how to treat a man. Your actions and attitude brought it all on. So you need to figure out how you can be the best doormat that you can be to a black man, and then everything will work out. There are a lot of black women that follow that type of content as well. Y'all will be shocked, but there are a lot. You got that. Then you have number four. You have the black women that may be married. You may have a black woman that is attractive. She might have a nice body. She might be, well spoken. She gets online and she shames black women for not having what she has. Oh, you could have a man like this. Oh, you could be living in this penthouse, or you could be living in this nice house only if you were feminine, only if you were pretty enough, only if you weren't you weren't this fat, or you weighed this amount, or you worked out, or you pretended to be feminine and wore long skirts with heels and a full beat face every day. Like there are several niche lanes that a lot of black women gravitate to. And it makes me depressed when I feel like the only thing I try to do is give information from a factual place and it's not well received. It's like, wow, okay. And then it's like, I don't even know if it's about it not being well received. I guess really what is hurtful to me is like when black women attack me or my motives. Like my motives, like, well, why are you doing this? Is it to try to make us be with black men? And it's not. Or is it to make us do this or that? My only goal for black women on this page is for black women to be happy. However you want to be happy. However you want to be happy, however you want to live, as long as it's happy to you and it's healthy. Happy and healthy is what I'd like to see all black women be. I say this a million times, whether you're single, whether you're married, whether you want kids, whether you don't want kids, whatever you want to do, however you want to do, whatever race of man you want, whatever race of whoever you want to be with, that's fine with me as long as you're happy. And that's my only agenda. I don't have any other agendas. I don't have any other agendas at all for black women other than that. Truthfully, I don't have any. And have not having any agenda and seeing people that like have clear agendas be able to like blow up so much is it. I don't know, but like I said, they say, oh, what is it? Comparison is a thief of joy. So I probably shouldn't be comparing myself to anyone, you know, or I should just be happy that I have the platform that I do, and I should be chilling out. But I do appreciate y'all. I do appreciate y'all for the nice words and supporting and uplifting me. I do really genuinely appreciate it. Oh, thank you so much, Power Chi or Power Shy. Thank you. Um, Nikki, you said you question if a lot of these comments or channels are even ran by BW. I don't know, sis. I don't know. I don't know. Like I really don't. I really don't. But I just know that like me personally, I just cannot I can't lie. I can't lie to get cash apps. I can't lie to get super chats or super thanks or for my platform to blow up. I just can't do it. I have got to tell the truth in the best way possible, you know. Also I could make content where I act like I showcase the worst of black women. The worst of the worst of the worst of black women. I could do that too. There's definitely a market for that as well. Um it's a market for the most unhealthy behaviors, marketing them to black women and glamorizing it. It's just so many different lanes of unhealthiness that I could do if I was really on that type of time. Yes, yes, there's big money and keep yes it is. And that's what I don't think a lot of black women understand, that there's big money in keeping black women desperate with no self-esteem and not uplifting them and making them feel like they're the problem. I really, truthfully, I'll say, you know, I don't want to be messy on here. I would y'all in the comments. I don't want to be messy. I don't want to be messy. I really don't. But I'm just gonna say this. All right, I'm not trusting any black men that make content uplifting women, especially black women. That's number one. I'm not trusting any black men to do that. There's been far too many of them all the time, after a while, being exposed that they were trying to take advantage of black women. That's number one. Number two, I ain't trusting no black man that's not married to a black woman that wants to talk about black women all day long and black women's issues. If black women were so important to you, why you not married to one? Hmm? I don't, that doesn't make any type of sense. There are literally millions of beautiful black women that are intelligent that are out in this world. Way more. A black man would never have a problem finding a good black woman. He could walk outside and stumble on one going to Whole Foods. Just, oh, wow, wow, what's your name? Hi, my name is Chandra. Like, wow, you're college educated, you're beautiful, you're intelligent. Da-da-da. Stop. If you're a black man and you have a white tea wife, that's a total choice that you made. And it's weird that you want to still talk about black women and their issues. Weird. How black women support those type of things is so crazy to me. It's so insane. It's so insane. But those same black women that will go over there to his lives will tell me that I'm an enemy because I say vet all men, vet all races of men. That's the type of stuff that make me want to just give up and shut my channel down. Cause it's just like, really? Like, I don't, that's just nuts to me. I really don't understand it. And you see what I'm saying, Nikki? That's exactly what I'm talking about. You know how you said like Kevin Samuels making $20,000 a month? That's exactly what I'm talking about. And to know sometimes that there are certain creators that just lie to black women that have access to that type of money, it really make me mad. I will keep it real and make me mad. Cause I'm just like, bro, like honestly. Anyway, I don't know what to say. Yeah. I mm. Yeah, you guys. Let's see here. Lauren Elise says, I don't understand why people who are married or trying to help us make it make sense. Well, I'm married and I'm trying to help black women because I'm a black woman. And, when I was coming up and I was a teenager and a young woman, I wish that there was a platform like mine that I could have listened to somebody just say facts about what to do, what not to do, what to look out for, how to ignore red flags, how to know that because you're a black woman, you're already beautiful and divinely feminine, and your self-esteem should be up in the sky because you're awesome and amazing. um, I wish that I had that or had a community where I could see women like that and we could all talk and uplift each other. I wish I had that when I was in my like 18, 19, 21, 22, 23. And I would not have made the mistakes that I did if I had that. And so I only hope that I can stop, even if it's just one girl. It's like one girl that said, like, hey, I was about to make this decision, and because I watched your videos, I ain't do it. And my life was better. Like for it. I hope that will happen. That's my whole goal, man. Hopefully, I'm doing some type of good. But that's my only hope. I love black women. Um, I am a black woman. I have two daughters, two black daughters, fully black daughters, monoracial daughters. Um, that will go through the same experiences that I have, and that the ladies that are in this live have to go through. And I only hope that the world can be a better place for us to exist as black women. Nikki, you know what, Nikki? My parents never put me up on game for real on men and how they like to severely play. I mean, my dad told me, you can't trust guys, but he just told me that when I was going into high school. He just was like, when you no, I think he told me when I was going to middle school. He was like, boys will try to see if they can have, what with you and touch you, don't let them do it. Because if you let them do it, they going to think you're 304 and you don't want that, so don't let them touch you. Other than that, I mean, I didn't get any information on truly, about men. So I hope that, me giving people game that I had to learn the hard way will help them not to make the mistake that I did. Because I'm gonna say this, like, when you get in your 40s, which I am in, and you look back on your life and you can very clearly see mistakes that you made where you went wrong and how stupid it was and how it could have like permanently altered the trajectory of your life. That is a very horrible thing to undergo and to deal with. And if I could stop that from being the reality of any young black woman, that is what I sincerely hope that I can do that, you know? But I guess that's really all I had to say, you guys. I guess I'm kind of down about everything that occurred, today. Um, you know, Miss Key, you said, have you thought about doing content about leaving abusive relationships? I can definitely do that. My first husband was abusive. I had to leave him. So it's like I definitely know how to make that content. But I will say that in my opinion, I do think that the men now are even worse than back when I was with my first husband. They were crazy back then, and I'm not going to cap and say they weren't. But I think that the men now are even worse. like it's like with each decade, black men and really men in general become more and more unhinged and they lack self-control. So they just unaliving women just everywhere, you know? Oh, okay, okay, I got you, Miss Key. Um, yeah, you guys. But anyway, you guys, I'm gonna go. Oh, you know what I did want to ask y'all? Would y'all be interested in vlogging content? Because I mean, this might not be anything that I'm gonna do like anytime soon. But yeah, okay. So let me tell y'all this because there's not that many people in here. Let me say this. I went and I saw Keith Lee. He on TikTok, the food reviewer, the black food reviewer, and he went on a trip to Tokyo. Now, my husband and my youngest daughter, no, it's really both of them. Let me not even cap. It's all of them. They always wanted to go on a trip to Tokyo. And I would always tell them, like, because I'm the one that normally organize vacays and stuff like that. I was like, y'all want to go to Japan? Y'all want to go to Tokyo? Like, why? Like, why? What y'all want to come there for? And they would always say that, but it wasn't, it wasn't really like a major thing for me. So, anywho, I see this video clip of Keith Lee in Japan, Tokyo, and like he left his hotel and he goes on the street and it's late at night and he goes to get him some sushi and stuff. And just the way it was like all like it was basically deserted and it looked so clean. And I was like, I just instantly it came over me that I wanted to go to Tokyo. Like I was like, oh yeah, I want to go now for sure. I want to go. I want to go. So I was like, I would like to go to Tokyo and I would like to vlog there and like take y'all with me so that y'all could see uh my experience there. But I was looking up them Tokyo trips and them Tokyo trips is hella expensive. So I was like, I don't know. That's why I said it can't be right away unless I take up a collection. I have to be like, y'all gotta let me get my savings together to go there. Cause when I was looking at, cause if I go somewhere, I don't want to. I'm sorry. I'm not a person that wants to stay in a janky hotel. I would like to stay. I doesn't have to be like super luxury, but I would like it to be nice. And so I had looked at the cheaper options. Like there was a cheaper option. And then I was like, oh, okay, that might be doable. But then when I saw where we be staying, I was like, nah, I can't do that. So then I was looking at some higher end, well, at least better than that. And I was like, oh, now it will start to get really pricey. So I definitely, if y'all would be interested in vlogging, for sure, I would definitely want to do it. But y'all just and that would be the first thing I vlog for you guys is my trip to Tokyo. But y'all gotta just let me get my coins together because I'm gonna have to save up for a little bit of that. You know how what's her name? Tag Lotto. Lotto said that you bees only you gotta save up and go on vacation on your birthday. I'm like, okay. Let me stop playing. All right, let me read y'all. Let me read y'all comments. Let's see here. Nikki, you said you miss when Airbnbs used to be cheaper. I heard too much scary stuff about Airbnbs. So I probably would never stay in an Airbnb. I would only stay in a hotel. Okay, let's see here. Just me, you said you took your baby boy to. Is that I'm sorry, I can't tell what flag that is, just me. Let me know, but I'm glad you had a good time wherever you went. Okay, let's see here. What else y'all saying? D, you said a YouTuber stepped away for 5 years because of this. Oh, Power of Shy, you said, how do you decompress and detox your energy from all the dusty, toxic crap that you experience online? It's so draining. Um, yeah, it's definitely draining for sure. Um, I when I feel like this, like how I feel like today, like because of what occurred, I have videos already pre done. I did like a whole bunch of videos earlier this week. So they already ready to go. So I don't have to do anything, make any videos for a few days because I try to upload every day. So normally during that time I just like game. I like gaming. So I might game. I also like watching movies. So I might do that as well. You know, those are pretty much my detox things. Or I might have some wine, or I might go bother my husband. I like to get on his nerves. You know, I might do that, or get on my kids' nerves too. I like to do that too. Uh, so those things, you know, I might do to decompress. You know, um, yeah. So that's what I do to decompress. But yeah, I heavily do game a lot. So right now I'm playing. Well, I can't even say right now I'm playing because I just finished the DLC yesterday for Diablo. The well, what was it? The Vessel of Hatred. So I don't know if anybody knows about Diablo, but yeah, that's what I just finished. I got to go back and I'm at the last stage for Baldur's Gate, so I got to finish that too. But yeah, let's see here. But I like a lot of different games as well. I like Call of Duty. I like Mortal Kombat. You know, uh, I like I really there. I just like I like the one of my most favorite games that I played not too long ago was Gotham Knights. Like I have a very diverse taste. Elden Ring was I'm been done with that, but that was a very good game. Yeah, I got to start playing the new DLC for that as well. But I like a lot of different games. Let's see here. Da, 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 da. Yes, thank you so much, Power. I definitely have a way to relax. But you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. It's at like 52 minutes, so I'm gonna go ahead and back out, you guys. I think I pretty much got everything out here. I think maybe the next time I decide to do a live, if I can get enough people, I will do TikTok, and then I'll upload the TikTok stream to YouTube. Um, I would that I haven't heard from TikTok yet to get me my stream key so that I can stream from TikTok to YouTube at the same time. I haven't received it yet from them. But yeah, all right, you guys. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you ladies for coming in here and talking to me and supporting me and uplifting me today. I really do appreciate y'all. And you know, my dog is in her little bed on the side of my bed on the floor. And it's like every time when I'm about to wrap up a live, I don't know, she knows what's going on because she sure try to look at me and pick her head up from her bed and be like, oh, you about to end this live? Sit down, Zena. Yeah. But anyway, you guys, I will see y'all for sure. Okay. I hope y'all have a great weekend. All right, y'all have a good night.